Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of series 2 of Healing with Seb. I'm going to get a guest on one of these days, I swear to God. I'm going to get a guest on. It's always good when someone can bounce off of you. Anyways, Happy New Year. It is 2024. The last two videos have been out in January already, and we're now getting to the end of the month. But I felt like I should step back a bit and go back to the beginning. Unless I just release this first, because I'm recording these all on the same day. They're only 10 minutes. But maybe that just screws everything up. It doesn't matter. Welcome back. I hope you've had a good New Year's. I hope you had a great Christmas. Mine was very chilled, needed, relaxed, and now ready to crack on. So this time of year, people can always talk about how they're going to make things good for themselves. That's your purpose, right? How to make life good for yourself. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. Now, purpose and passion is something that starts to get heard a lot after mid-November. If I were American, I'd use Thanksgiving as an example, but I'm not, because Thanksgiving means nothing to me. But it normally starts happening around then, around late November, just before Christmas. Everyone starts talking about their purpose in life. Because that time of year is quite spiritual and everyone's talking about it, and it's quite Christmassy, and you know... But then it gets to this time of year and everyone's screaming about it. What's my purpose? What am I going to do this year? What's my resolution? What's going to happen? Not really me. I'm whispering it maybe, but I don't really say much about purpose. My purpose is God's plan, and maybe something that helps me and something that I enjoy in life. And that's my purpose in life, to enjoy it, to live it to the most extent that I can, to have kids, to have a wife, to have a family, maybe, to have a job, a career. Now, I don't really do the New Year's resolution things because I can't be asked. But most people want people to do that. Most people want you to have a New Year's resolution because it sets you up for the next year. It's your goals. And no, you don't have to hit them. You don't have to make them. They're just things to aspire to reach. But people love it. People love aiming for something, even if it's unattainable, unreachable, because people want the challenge. They want the drive. I've seen the lists. I've seen the Reddit posts. I've seen the Instagram posts. Everyone is a life coach these days. I don't consider myself to be a life coach. I'm just someone that cares, someone that wants to help. But I know that's not the be-all and end-all. Everything is getting oversaturated. I've become weary of oversaturation. Simplicity is key. But then again, I guess simplicity doesn't always get the click, right? You know, out on the interweb. Because you need the headline, you need something standing out, you need something to draw attention. And I get quite frustrated with it because I know that the basics work. If you follow the basics, it works. Okay. Everybody, come in real close right now, okay? Make me a promise. I want you to let everybody else be complicated as fuck, and I want you to be real simple. And you're going to be saying, oh, really simple. And so people will tell you, oh, you're really simple. And you'll say, yes, I am. Because that's great. Anyway, let's talk about purpose today. So let's be real. This time of year, most people are setting some big goals. Big aspirations, something to achieve. And along the way, people will be doing these little baby steps, taking little baby steps, and doing ritualistic things that might get them to where they want to be. And people have a big-ass goal, but they're taking baby steps to get there. It is an activity that has proven effective since humans have figured out that we are hardwired to seek purpose in our lives. I mean, it's not just a New Year's thing, but I mean, for a lot of people it is. About 94% of people make New Year's resolutions. Most of them don't work. I set resolutions every day of the year, and most don't work for me. It shouldn't work for you either. Okay, let's take a second, let's take a pause, and let's have a bit of a light-hearted lecture, shall we? If you are not setting goals that establish small habits and goals that make them a reality, then you're not doing it right. Basically, that's like you just going to Vegas, going into the big casino, going into the big house, and hoping the big house has your bag. You're gonna win! Yeah, right. Let me tell you something. If you go to Las Vegas and do that, their purpose is not to set you up for a win, is it? It's not their purpose, so you better know yours. Okay, wait. What if you don't know your purpose? This is something that comes up all the time. A lot of people are looking for it, and it only happens after a certain time. It only happens after confusion. Okay, let's go through the timeline. You're born, you grow up, you go into school. A lot of boring old grown-ups tell you what to do, what you shouldn't do. And then you get to like age fucking 10, 11, and they ask you what you want to do with the rest of your life. And, you know, back then when I was a kid, it was like I wanted to be a fireman. For some people it was an astronaut or a doctor. Or a lawyer, and like back then it was fine because you were a kid. I remember at one point I said I wanted to be a fucking Thunderbird. But these days are holding you to it. They gotta get you going, they gotta get you in school, gotta get you in education, gotta get you out of there, gotta get you a job. And then so you follow those people's advice and you go down that path and you go down there and you keep learning and you get there and you're at the end of that path and you're like, hang on a minute, that was their purpose for me, not my purpose for me. And you're like, well, what do I do now? And you have to get all confused and then you have to figure it out by yourself. Now, let me tell you something. Asking someone like me for help of, could you help me figure out what my purpose in life is way above my pay grade. I don't have the ability to give anyone their purpose in life. Not me, not you, my kids in the future, or anybody. In fact, there is nobody on this planet, on this earth, that does anything that is able to tell you what your purpose is on this earth. Oh man, bummer. That was your purpose, to go and find that person, to ask what your purpose in life would be? Good try, good job. If you don't know your purpose is to find your purpose. It's the only answer I've ever been able to give anyone. Because purpose, it's God-given. And it's up to you to use your free will to figure out what it is, where it is. We'll talk about this more later, but if you don't know your purpose is to find your purpose. Christ, how many times have I said purpose today? It's completely simple. It's truly freeing once you realise how freeing it is to, searching for what you want. It's truly living your purpose. Oh, no, it's not, Seb. I don't know what to tell you. I feel lost. I feel struggling. When will this work? I don't know. It is your job to find your purpose. All I know is that if you keep searching, you will find it. I know you will. I know that's what you're here for. You're here to find your purpose. You're here to heal. You're here to move forward. This is called Healing with Seb, after all. Your purpose is to find your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is. If you believe your purpose is to help people, you help people. If your purpose is to make money, then you go and make money. If your purpose is to have a family, to procreate, to make life, then that is your job. If your purpose is to raise a wonderful set of kids, then that is your job. That is your purpose. Don't worry about all these little things like, oh, my New Year's resolution. They're important, but that's not the end goal. I'm going to leave it there today, people. A little bit longer than normal. But there we go. I'll see you next week. Find your purpose.